Hello, welcome back to Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem. When last we left, I completely bungled the fight against the Uliaf Guardian with Jacob. The second stage anyway. First stage, easy. Third stage, easy. Second stage, I was trying to do quick and easy, and I wasn't getting enough bounces to hit the Guardian. Even where I was quote-unquote cheating, I was afraid using this stuff would make it too easy, or this one would make it too easy, but nope. You know what? Maybe I should have used that, but I think that would have used a lot more magic than really had. So, here we go. Alex is looking really confident with that Gladius. Okay, but we are going to go ahead and use the Legacy of Darkness.
My education in psychiatry did not prepare me. I would love to see how Freud's view of his mother would change with the knowledge of Chaturga. How Skinner would incorporate Zellertath into his behaviorist theories. How Jung would accommodate Ulioth into his theory of the collective unconscious. Like my ancestor, Maximillian, I too had an interest in my family tree. As a psychiatrist, I believed that science could provide answers into my family's sordid, bizarre past. It was with great excitement that I began my search. The mansion's history was filled with my colorful predecessors. Everything from convicted and hung witches to committed madmen, each laying their own peculiar mark on its character. I intended to find their secrets.
I do love when he says he the distinguished Maximillian Roivas in the same, and then also committed madman. Okay. Part of the library is reserved for the entertaining of the house's more scholarly guests. Simple yet elegant layout affords quiet drink and conversation. Okay. Politely she asks Edward if there's anything she can do for him. Hey, there's a book here. Journal of Family History rests on the mantle as if used recently. Found a historical journal. Old musty book bound in dry, dusty leather. This book covers the early history of the Roivas family dating back before the settlers in the land. In this land. There appears to be something pressed between the pages. Should Edward get it out? Yeah, sure. The minute hand of a clock. Curious. Oh, we have liquid courage. And the door is locked and we don't have the key. Wasn't there a maid in here? Large carriage clock sitting on the foyer table, beautifully crafted, but appears to be stuck with the hands set permanently to 3:33. Huh, interesting. Oh, there you are. Edward nears. The servant stops, mumbling to herself, and asks him if he thinks the weather will clear up before the solstice. Edward finds the reference to the solstice rather odd and ponders its significance. Portraits of the ancestral Roivas lie in the foyer. Their faces reveal a dark, brooding edge. There is something about each one that gives the viewer an unsettling feeling. We've seen that before. Okay. 38 revolver. With no one living in the house for a long time, it's no wonder the pantry is empty. Edward lives out of the refrigerator, so to speak. Doing things a little bit out of order. Grandiose kitchen fireplace with all the amenities of modern life. It hasn't been used in quite some time. Servant notices Edward's presence and comments on the weather. Idle chit-chat. There's a bug flying around in here. Edward has never learned the piano, but that has not stopped him from hammering away at the keys now and again. It is very therapeutic. Perhaps one day he would learn it properly. cavalry saber, mounted on display stand, gleams in the moonlight. We're going to pick it up for no particular reason. Wandering around the crockery, the servant informs Edward that the table has been set for him just as he likes it. Okay. Bizarre decorated mantle frames the fireplace, adorned with odd sigils. Arranged in a circular fashion, it is unlike most of the art in the house. Perhaps this has some special significance. There had to be more Roivas involved in this than the 3 we play. Because there is no way Maximillian made the alterations to the house in 3 months that we saw. You know, that we didn't see. We saw the end of his story. 3 months later, he's in the asylum. And there's no way he did all this. Somebody else was doing it. Okay, nothing. 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 Okay. No words. No words. Ghostly sounds. She informs Edward she believes the weather will worsen, that she hasn't heard it being this bad for many decades. Exorbitant, out-of-place stained glass window, it ends the hallway. Whoever put it here had eclectic taste and confirms Edward's belief that the mansion's more folly than real house. Wait. She's not holding one of the chapters. Interesting. Okay, we were already here. Shotgun shells. Elephant gun ammo. Oddly proportioned painting of man in somewhat Napoleonic garb, obviously an intentional exaggeration, gives the painting a oddly quirky feel. Edward is reassured at the sight of the family gun cabinet, itself a priceless antique. He would rather not have to smash the windows to get inside, but where did he leave the key? Wait. Is that a... No, that's a rifle. Okay, I thought that was a bow. Curiously, the servant asks if Edward is in good health. Oh, hey, another book. Family history. Musty old book, bound in dry, dusty leather. This book covers the recent history of the Roivas family, going perhaps 150 years. So, this year, 19... It would be 1819. There appears to be something pressed between the pages. So, that would include Maximillian. Cool. Hey. Oh, you're the lady that talks about weather. Okay. Where are these clocks? Clock hands. Brooding melancholic paintings adorn the walls, strange choices of decoration for a bedroom, each one seized with virulence that could only have been wrought by an unsound mind. Hey, no ammo there. 38 revolver. Expansive fireplace inset on the wall faces the bed. No doubt if it were lit, it would make the room quite cozy. Curiously, the servant asks if Edward is in good health. Shotgun shells. Brooding and melancholic paintings adorn the walls, strange choices of decoration for a bedroom. Each one sieves with a weight virulence that could only have been wrought by an unsound mind. I'm still stuck on how much difficulty I had with the second stage of that boss. And it's just like a combination of me not holding to my other my strategy from prior runs, which is stay in the damage field, and also the nature of the monsters, meaning they hang out a little bit more, so that my previous strategy of doing quick three-point circle attacks was not working. The master bathroom is woefully Spartan and only barely contemporary. It appears to satisfy the most practical of tastes, or perhaps someone who has their mind set on other things. Okay, well, let's go back to the library. I'm sure there's plenty of books to read. Hey, the floor isn't moth-eaten. The carpet isn't moth-eaten. It'd be terrifying if you had moth-eaten floors. Hey, hey. I hadn't talked to you yet. Notices Edward's present. Comments about the weather. Idle chit-chat. Okay, okay. No observatory. Hey, lady. I bet for sure you're not the lady whose ghost we saw right here earlier. I bet you're some other lady. Everything's going to be fine. For you. Absolutely.
You know who I am, Edward. Although you are doing your best not to believe it, I am, or was, Maximillian Roivas, your ancestor. I died in an asylum after trying to warn the world. The pain and anguish I felt in that cell has empowered me to linger after my death. I must complete what I started, Edward. The darkness must be stopped, or all of humanity may end.
You teleported
Set
2
the
feet.
clock to the 33rd minute of the 3rd hour.
Okay. Looming grandfather clock stands ominously in the corner, gazing on an empty room with an almost patriarchal air of its own. The ghost asks Edward to set the clock, but there are no hands on it. Edward must find the clock hand so he can set it properly. Thanks, game, for being very clear. The ghost just told Edward. Edward made Alex go through like the, hey, 333. You can guess. Okay, here we go. Yeah, there's absolutely no way Maximillian had this done in 3 months.
Take them and use them. They are humanity's only hope. Destroy the Guardians, Edward, and avenge my waste.
Okay. We're gonna grab this. We're going to equip this. We're going to act like we're not expecting a timed bit at all. Okay, anything else? Elephant gun ammo, that's good. Imposition on reality, yep. That's blank. No, we do want to be in here. Diabolic stack, drawing of a stack of human bodies, mesmerizing sight, yada yada yada, precise. Detailed drawing of surreal city, reminiscent of old ideas of futuristic cities. Strassman was very talented, for as he stares, he believes tiny inhabitants peer at him from the shadows. Oh, that's different than what Alex sees. Okay. Painting of jungle-shrouded building, it seems to be a temple in Asia, perhaps from Thailand or Cambodia. That's the same. Okay. So, the Roivases already knew about the Pillar of Flesh. Already knew about... Of course they knew about Ingad. Maximillian found it. And Aaron's father found it, actually. Maximilian's father, Aaron, found it. We already knew about Angkor Thom. We already knew about Oubliette Cathedral, somehow. Because I thought it was Edward's researches. I guess researches is picking up the book. Strange leather-bound tome sits closed amidst the piles of books and papers. None of the Royvises get to see the... Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. 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 So... endowed with magical powers. Yep, like breaking the timeline. Okay, so first thing first... Doo-doo-doo. Why? And I think we want to be able to see invisible rather than be invisible. No particular reason. Let's see, can we get a shield? Not currently. This is the chapter where you learn about the shield, about the magic pool, by the way. We're just gonna run around there for a bit. Now we can have a shield. Say hello to the vampire. Say hello to vampire-made zombies. No, they are not bone... It does not make them bone thieves. They are, just zombies made from, It's the master bedroom? Yeah. Now we have to do this quick. We want what that guy has. Okay. He's gonna go down here, yep. Okay. Shaken by his brush with death, the servant gives his thanks. He warns that the creature might still be around. An extra firepower would be handy. Reminded by his own words, he fishes a key from his pocket and gives it to Edward. Gun cabinet key. We need more reveal invisibility. Okay, gun cabinet. KKK. Nice. So we can use this and change the mode from single shot to double shot, which we are going to do. Isn't there a magic pool? I think there's a magic pool scroll somewhere that I'm missing. I'm going to going to quickly look to see where it is, because I think this is one of those levels where you run across the spell before you get into the fight. So let's see here. Eternal Darkness, Magic Pool is in the room with the grandfather clock. I thought that's where it was. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay. Speaking of... Okay, where is this thing? There it is. Why am I no longer seen invisible? Yep, he's gone back there. To recharge. Okay, so remember way back when I said the statue, or you're breaking the statue, was kind of a thing? I'm making a risk here. There we go. We now properly know the magic pool spell. The reason it was a risk, what did I say? The reason it is because that thing in the basement, we need to be able to, we need to target it specifically. We can't just flail. This didn't actually stop it last time. So I'm not sure what I'm doing here. I love the eerie green glow here. Come on out. Come on out. I need something you're carrying. In his desperation to escape from Edward, the vampire creature drops the top half of a key onto the floor. Edward has picked up the top half of the basement key. Now you're there. Cool. Okay, so... Alright. No. Wait a minute. Top half of the key to the mansion's basement. The bottom bit is apparently missing. Except, no, we had the bottom bit before we had the top bit. Okay. Now... Hopefully she doesn't continue walking into that. That would be bad. Okay, need to run. Yep, run. Should have gone in with a full a full shield. Gonna chase me out here? Can I do a shield? Nope. Not a full power one anyway. Oh. Does he just hang out in the basement now? Okay, she did not die. Good. If he had escaped and gone to attack one of the servants, we would have seen another cutscene of him attacking one of the servants. Now, the bad side of this is, if you save the servants, you do get gift like ammo and such. Okay. He is not coming out. I guess he does just stay down there now that he's, okay. Okay. By the way, very poor health, good mind, good magic. Finally. Cool. And we're going to go switch to a new video. See you in a moment.